As dawn broke over St. Peter's Square, the Vatican woke to a somber day. Just a day after the death of Pope Francis at the age of 88, a wave of mourning swept across Europe and beyond. Media outlets from Rome to Berlin, Paris to London captured the solemn mood.
So hopefully there's a new pope who comes in who's progressive as well, who kind of brings in, he's more modern to what the history has been.
He is a great man, a fantastic character, above the papacy. He was on a different level.
With headlines expressing gratitude, reverence, and farewell. In Italy, papers called him everyone's pope. In France, they wrote Adieu, Francois. In Spain, they remembered him as a pope who shook everything. And in Germany, he was honored as a figure of compassion, with some hoping his successor will continue in his liberal and inclusive spirit. Tourists, clergy, and locals alike gathered in churches, cathedrals, and public spaces to pay their respects. From lighting candles in Cologne to signing condolence books in Madrid, tributes poured in from all corners. Many reflected on his legacy, a pope who challenged tradition, embraced change, and carried a deep concern for the marginalized. In London, early commuters described him as caring and forward-thinking. In Paris, his passing during Easter added to the poignancy. Across cities, the atmosphere was marked by remembrance, reflection, and a sense of gratitude for a pontiff who had touched millions. As Europe prepares for the burial of Pope Francis, the world watches in mourning and anticipation for what lies ahead for the Catholic Church.
I hope that his successor will be a little more liberal than the Pope. And that will be difficult. There will be a lot of infighting now, because I assume that the Church in Africa and Asia will now also assert its influence and say, it's our turn. And when they come, I think they will be extremely conservative.
I hope that the new Pope will perhaps correct some of the mistakes made by the last one. But otherwise, he was actually quite good.
Abolished a few little practices that they had, so forward thinking, I suppose. I guess you have to change with the times because it doesn't seem as many people are really flocking to the church these days.
Yeah, I think he'll be well remembered, and yeah, has hopefully done some good in the world, and yeah, raised the profile of the Catholic Church.
Listen, even though I'm not practicing, I was a little saddened because it happened over Easter, a time that's very important for all Christians. So it was surprising, even though we were kind of expecting it. And he was a pope, I think, who was quite modern and very human. So yes, it's sad.
I think that he's opened up the Catholic Church to a lot more new ideas, especially with women in the priesthood and his views on gay marriage and stuff like that. I think he has advanced the church a lot of years. He was very forward-thinking.
La primera página yo creo que tiene la foto. Bueno, es la misma foto que está en el...